Hey, JMTV audience. We're doing show number 15. Look who I got. Oh, he got up. I got a shot of Billy Foster's crotch.
My granddaughter just walked in and said the dog told her that he needs a dog treat. I got to go give it up.
All right, you get a dog treat. I'm going to get the show started.
Okay.
It's my time and I'm coming out to play. Get on that beat, I wanna misbehave. Yeah, go, look at me, go, make me wanna fly all the time. I'm shining now, makes no difference if the world...
Hey, JMTV people. So, with no further ado, I'm going to bring on my friend Bill Nolman for Guinea Pig Theater. There he is. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Ed, how you doing, man?
How's it
It's
going?
a beautiful evening.
Doing good. Doing good. It's a beautiful evening. Exactly. We know something that nobody knows. Anyway, so I've already
Which we
ruined it.
can't say very often.
Exactly. So how you been doing?
Yeah, pretty good. You know, I've had my little like social distancing thing of the week was I've been going back to the gym. You know, like my gym opened, and it opened like a week ago Wednesday, and in the first 3 days, I spent a lot of time at the front desk just saying, these freaking people aren't wearing their masks properly. You know, I said, you know, if you're wearing your underwear at your ankles, it's not really underwear anymore. And ditto, if you're wearing a mask that's under your chin, it's different, you know.
Wait,
But
go back to the underwear line. I'm still on the underwear line, but
think about that. That was like one of my brilliant things. And please use it at the next conference you're holding, you know.
But you know what? Let me tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this opportunity. I have an actual gig next weekend on the 4th of July. I have it'll be my
Outdoor?
second outdoor. It's a DJ gig. They're paying me, ungodly DJ money.
Sure.
DJ a graduation party / 4th of July party. So I'm going to do it, but I've got this like 13 by 13 canopy tent, like a big one. And I bought yellow safety rope, and I'm gonna be fenced into this thing in the center of it, and I'll have a sign up that says, "If you want to request, send me a text message, and I will do your request." So I'm socially isolating. I will still wear a mask in there. And on this Sunday, I'm doing a private with a band at somebody's building in Stamford. And I've had to soul search about it. I've had to go, I see everybody getting together. I see groups getting together. It causes me great joy to see my friends getting together and playing music and doing all this stuff live. But I do worry that not about any individual person so much. I worry more about they go home, that person gets it, and then they take it to grandma. And then they go
rightfully so, though. This is not, this thing ain't close to being over. And,
right.
And, as after 3 days of hanging out at the front desk and giving them shit the whole time, pardon me, I didn't mean that. You'll bleep that in.
No, we can say everything. We can say the only words you can't say on Jam TV are the George Carlin words that you can't say. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. You can't say those.
And no,
that you can say anything.
And you can't say no. But I finally realized, okay, I'm like a voice alone on this thing, and frankly, I've got gloves on, I've got my mask on, everything's spaced within there. I don't hang where the people that I'm observing, I'm up there for for 20 minutes watching people. I go back there and I say, there's 8 people right at this moment that aren't wearing their masks, and I said, and then I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. And then I'm like, okay, screw it. You don't care. If you don't care, if you were okay during the 3 months that Crunch was closed, if that worked okay for your life, well, it could happen again, and it'll make me bummed out because I missed the gym, which I couldn't believe. That was like the most surprising thing to me of all. But now I've given up on that. So to me, it's gym as usual for me.
There you go. And if you want to work out where Bill Nolman works out, go to Crunch Gym.
That's exactly right. And they didn't pay me much for this. Of course, they paid me something, but not much. They gave me an extra bottle of disinfectant, which was really, it's like gold.
Exactly. All right, what do you got for us today?
I'm going to start with a little Leonard Cohen song, and then I've got a bunch of other stuff. And
all right, cool. Take it away.
Kind of the usual. Everybody knows that the dice are loaded. Everybody everybody rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows that the war is over. Everybody knows that the good guys lost. Everybody knows that the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor and the rich get rich. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. Say everybody knows that the boat is leaking. You do it. Everybody knows that the captain lied. Everybody's got this broken feeling, like their father or their dog just died. Everybody's talking to their pockets. Everybody wants a box of chocolates and a long stem rose. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. See, everybody knows that you love me, baby. Everybody knows that you really do. Everybody knows that you've been faithful. Oh, give or take a night or two. Everybody knows that you've been discreet, but there were so many people you had to meet without your clothes. Everybody knows. Say everybody knows that it's now or never. Everybody knows that it's me or you. And everybody knows that you live forever when you've done a line or two. And everybody knows that the deal is rotten. Old Black Joe's still picking cotton for your ribbons and bows. And everybody knows. Well, everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. Well, everybody knows that the plague is coming. Everybody knows that it's moving fast. Everybody knows that the naked man and woman are just a shining artifact of the past. And everybody knows that the scene is dead. There's gonna be a meter on your bed that will disclose what everybody knows. And everybody knows that you're in trouble. Everybody knows what you've been through. From the bloody cross at the top of Calvary to the beach at Malibu. Everybody knows it's coming apart. Take one last look at the Sacred Heart before it blows. Everybody knows. Say everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Oh, everybody knows. Well, that's how it goes. Everybody knows. It's a swell little song. We're gonna do this little Joni Mitchell song. It's kind of a deep cut, but it's one of my favorites, and it's called Edith and the Kingpin. big man arrives. Disco dancers greet him, plainclothes cops greet him. Small town big man, fresh lipstick glistening. Sophomore jive, like victims of typewriters. The band sounds like typewriters. The big man, he's not listening. His eyes hold Edith, his left hand holds his right. What does that hand desire? That he grips it so tight. Edith in the ring, the passed over girls are conferring. The man in the diamond ring is purring. All mouths are now withdrawn. One by one, they bring his renegade stories to her, his crimes and his glories to her. In challenge they look on. When he has wanted, grow old too soon, he tilts their tired faces gently to the spoon. Edith in his bed, a plane in the rain is humming. Wires in the walls are humming some song, some mysterious song. Bars in her head, beating frantic and snowblind, romantic and snowblind. She says his crime belongs. And the kingpin, each with charm to sway, are staring eye to eye. They dare not look away, they dare not look away. Little ditty involving abuse, social abuse, and that kind of thing. How
Yeah,
we doing?
appropriate.
How are we doing here? We okay?
Oh yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, so I really enjoyed seeing you playing with Holly. You know, it's you know.
I know this is a bit of a letdown. It's a letdown. You know, I don't want to follow that act, but I'm already following that act.
Yeah,
So.
right. Exactly. No, but it was great seeing you guys together in a room. You know, I've become. What's that word? No, not xenophobic. There's a word where you can't leave your house. What is that? Agoraphobic. Agoraphobic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's either that or you're scared of agora rabbits. But like I think I've become a little bit agoraphobic. Like I'm like leaving the house is weird for me. And so seeing you with Holly, I'm a little like, oh, they're together. They're not far enough.
But I mean, and you're in a particularly isolated environment. You know, like you're the weird guy out in the woods. You know.
Yeah, right. I think about the guys on the International Space Station. You know, they're up there going pandemic. You know, we're not getting that.
But they don't have to set up their own tunes, though. You know, and the equipment was already provided. You know, the back line and front line were both provided for that gig. You know, it was like, yeah, you know. But to your other thing about your gig that you have, outside stuff, I feel 100% okay with. You know, I have something that may be happening in July with my friend Canyon in Rowayton, and then I have another thing which I don't think is going to happen, which is a regatta, and the regatta is just there's no way to there's no way to make those nautical type of guys, like toe the line on anything. So I don't think that's going to happen. But outdoors is fine. Indoors, if you got spacing, it's and most of the people that you're going to be with have been isolating to some extent. But there are a lot of people that don't get it, and a lot of that is the youngsters. A lot of the youngsters don't get it, and it's just ironic to me, the whole thing. Somewhat.
I urge everybody, think twice, think 3 times, think it through. Pandemic's not over. Get together, but be even more cautious than you think. That's all I could say.
And whatever the stigma you feel might be attached to a mask, it's really the stigma of doing the right thing. So if that's a blot on your reputation, then okay, doing the right thing, how awful. Because I mean, honestly, it's that simple. It's that simple. Wash your hands. All of the stuff they said at the very beginning is helpful. And of course, social distancing and all that. So, and with that, I will go on to a song by Warren Zevon called "Splendid Isolation."
Oh yeah.
I wanna live alone in the desert. I wanna be like Georgia O'Keeffe. I wanna live on the Upper East Side and never go down on the street. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. Michael Jackson in Disneyland. Don't have to share it with nobody else. Lock the gates, Goofy, take my hand and lead me through the world of self. Splendid isolation. Say, I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. Don't wanna wake up with no one beside me. Don't wanna take up with nobody new. Don't want nobody coming without calling first. Don't want nothing to do with you. I'm putting tin foil up on my windows, lying down in the dark to dream. I don't wanna see their faces. I don't want to hear them scream. Splendid isolation. I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. Splendid isolation. Say, I don't need no one. Splendid isolation. More or less? I can't take back what I've already done. Should I do more? Since the boss man hasn't come here. Okay, so this week, it might have been Tuesday, could have been, Tuesday, I think, was the birthday of really almost my favorite musician of all musicians. It's so hard to say that kind of thing, but somebody that I most identify with as in terms of, I can relate to his talents, which are far exceed mine, but I just sort of get a lot of things about him. We share a lot of interests, Laura Nyro, Gilbert and Sullivan, R&B, British rock, great producer, great writer, great everything, Todd Rundgren. So it was his birthday. He's born in 58, so I guess he's 72 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to do a little song by his, which he did a sort of a rearrangement. He was asked by his record company to do a greatest hits album, And Todd, being somewhat the pain in the ass that he is, he decided to do a bunch of his greatest hits in sort of a bossa nova style. And I'm sort of borrowing that arrangement a little. Not as good as certain people I know, like my friend Ed Wright, can play it, but I'll give it a shot. It was late last night. I was feeling something wasn't right. There was not another soul inside. Only you, only you. So we walked along, though I know that there was something wrong. And a feeling hit me oh so strong about you. Then you gazed up at me, and the answer was plain to see, 'cause I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Though we had a fling, I just never would suspect a thing, till that little bell began to ring in my head, in my head. Though it tried to run, though I knew it wouldn't help me none, 'cause I could never love no one. So I said, but my feelings for you were not something I ever knew, till I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Do 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 do. We love you best. That's not something that I say in jest. 'Cause you're different, girl, from all the rest. In my eyes, and I ran out before, but I won't do it anymore. Can't you see the light in my eyes, in my eyes, eyes, in my eyes.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
So what record is that? That's
He had a, and this was I mean, I love this guy a lot, and I've seen him millions of times, more than anybody, and not more. I've seen him more than anyone else that I've seen. I haven't seen him more than anybody, but he did an album called With a Twist, and With a Twist was all these sort of basso arrangements of his greatest hits. I mean, he really did it just to sort of, because like a dog licks his balls, and
right.
And the funny thing was, he did a tour with it, which I caught both at Bowery Ballroom and also at Toad's. And he had the whole conceit of a tiki lounge there, because he had moved to Hawaii from San Francisco. So he lived in Kauai, and he still does. And he had, the whole thing set up. And then audience members were actually seated at tables, and they had waiter service and everything. And they had one, because I saw it twice. So they have one guy at the bar who gets progressively drunker, and they have to actually walk him out. And when the show's over, they actually, once he leaves, encores, they were putting the chairs on the, it was such a great conceit. And he would banter with the crowd, because he's supposed to be in Hawaii. So he's pretending, it's kind of like he's in Honolulu. So he goes, "Oh, you two, oh, you're stewardesses. Oh, what airline? Oh, Lufthansa. Oh, okay." The banter was freaking awesome. So this album was really good though. And there's a guitarist named Jesse Gress who played on it, who is an amazing, he transcribes a lot of Todd's keyboard stuff for guitar, and it's a real good album, With a Twist.
I will
Todd
definitely
highly
check
recommend
that
it.
out. Yeah, one more for us before you go.
Sure.
The funny part is that wasn't intended.
I just like, I'm just thinking, do I get a chance to learn that one before I have to play it?
Exactly. All right, go for it.
Okay, so we're going to end with a little, of course I prepared other things, but this little Robert Johnson song. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. Well, the woman I love took her my best friend. Some joke got lucky, took her back again. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. No, she's gone, I know she won't come back. Take the last nickel out of a nation sack. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors. When a woman gets coupled, Emma throws her down, looking for a good friend that can't be found. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outside. Wintertime coming, it's gonna be slow. Can't make the women, maybe it's die so long. You better come on in my kitchen, 'cause it's gonna be raining outdoors.
Bill
There it
Loman.
is. And there we are. So, have a great rest of your evening. And
All right, now that it's over, I can't bear the lie, the deceit of it all. So
damn it, Ed, get it off your chest.
Bill Noman told me that he couldn't do the show tonight just now because he had a prior social engagement. I know what that is. You want an alibi. Police take notice. He wanted an alibi. So if anybody turns up dead during the 7:30 to 8 o'clock time frame, Bill Noman was not actually here. This was a facade.
I was nowhere near Cleveland that night. That was. Where were you on the night of June 25th?
Exactly. Let's go over it one more time.
So this is the first time this is a mix of taped and live, kind of.
Exactly.
One take, but taped. Whatever.
It's all good. All right, Bill Noman, good to see you.
Thank you, Ed. Have a great night, everybody. And again, thanks for accommodating my little issues.
Very cool. And we'll be right back.
Bye.
It's my time and I'm coming out to play. Get on that beat, I wanna misbehave. Yeah, go, look at me, go, make me wanna fly all the time. Shining, I'm shining now, makes no difference if the world.
All right. Check it out. Now we're live.
I'm gonna go through this.
All right, we're all gonna do something.
How you
together,
doing? I
guys.
see Steve Venable trying to get going. I see Will Baird trying to get going. Steve Venable's there. How you doing, man?
Up with this?
Billy
Hey, guys.
Foster's there.
Billy Foster. I haven't seen you in like a million
God,
years.
problems. It's like it never ends.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Will.
Let's all
What's
sing
up, Bill?
Kumbaya. I'm feeling it here. I'm feeling it.
Absolutely. How you doing, Will?
Which will? Yeah, I'm good. Prison is not as bad as people say it is.
There you go.
Yeah, it's better food than at home. I'm single.
So listen to this. So I remember in the very beginning of JMTV when we first started doing this. This is the 15th show. All right. So This was like 3 months ago, more. Like 3.5 months ago in March, like March, 20th or something like that, when we started doing this, I remember saying that someday, once we've done an unimaginable number of shows, that we're all going to look good and we're going to sound good. Look at Will Baird. He looks like he's in the freaking BBC studios down there.
Hello and welcome to the BBC.
Oh, my God.
Today on NPR,
my
we're gonna just
goodness
cover the
gracious.
stars.
All right, Billy, hang tight. I'm going to bring you back on shortly, and I'm going to we're going to have Steve Venable a little later. We got Dave Gunnup waiting in the wings. We got Peter from Utah. So right now, I'm going to bring my good friend Will Baird is just going to do. We're going to do it like this. So look at you. You look very super professional there with your lights
thank you.
and you're fantastic.
Well, the better we look, the worse we sound. So, we'll have
Sound
to see.
amazing, like you've got some technology going there. It's great. So tell us, we don't get to see you a lot anyway. You kind of sort of just slip into the jam world and slip back out. So tell us what you've been up to since we saw you last.
Sure, yeah. Well, the past 8 months, I've been basically woodshedding, converting from being a singer-songwriter over to doing just guitar. And you get you got a lot more versatility, a lot more opportunity, just a chance to go in a new direction. So I was basically hiding, and that's why you haven't seen me. But now I've actually learned a little bit about how to play guitar. So you'll probably, unfortunately for you, be seeing more of me.
That's good. I love it. And where are you?
I'm in my guest bedroom.
What planet are you on? Let's start with that.
Yeah, it's in Pluto, which is part of Cambridge, Massachusetts.
There you go.
Which is where I moved out of Norwalk a year plus ago. And Cambridge is empty. There are no students here, so there's no one else either. But you can find a parking space really easily, so that's the upside of it.
Which you never could before.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, every pandemic has its upside,
Oh, absolutely. So listen, I was going to live. I don't know if I ever told you. See, I knew you were in Cambridge, but I didn't want to be like, who was that guy on CBS News? Sam Donaldson. You remember him?
I do remember.
He looked like Mr. Spock.
Yeah, he had the sideburns.
Yeah. And so Sam Donaldson once was in the Gulf War, like the first Gulf War, whatever, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Colin Powell and everything. And he was at a base and he had his microphone, and he was like, and this is who was it? Who did I say it was? It was Sam Donaldson. He was like, this is Sam Donaldson at the secret air base at Al Ahmad in Saudi Arabia. And they had to move the air base because he let the secret out of where it was. I swear to you. And apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger punched him for doing that. On the air, I think. It was like, anyway.
I am so glad we are virtual right now. I cannot tell you. Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that to you. I didn't want to be like, he's in Cambridge. It's like, now the witness protection program, they're going to find me,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Prison all over again. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, it's good to see you. Why don't you take it away and do a couple of songs and we'll chat after.
Tell me quick before you go, does this signal sound too hot?
You sound great. It sounds perfect.
Super. All right.
All right. Take it away.
Thank you, sir. Hi, everybody. It's great to be back, by the way. Hang on a quick moment. I got
That was
something
really
I gotta-
cool.
Oh, thanks. I like it. It's sort of like Norwegian wood in a under hypnosis. You know,
Exactly. So you need to switch your gear around a little bit.
just need to press one button.
All right, you go for it. It's all you.
Like that.
He disappeared. It's like magic on Jam TV. He disappeared.
Simply amazing. But wait,
Fantastic.
there's more. I used to be in the direct mail business, the direct marketing business.
Oh, is that right?
That's right. It's yours
Act
for just
now.
3 payments of $5.99.
There you go.
TV on tape. But wait,
Exactly.
there's more. I don't know what else more, but fun, fame.
Exactly. So while we're taking this little moment of break, while he's getting his gear set up and his guitar tuned up, we do take money for this thing, Jam TV. We used to not. I mean, I didn't get into it for the bread or anything like that, but here it is. There's Venmo. There's PayPal. It would be a great help. It is, I'm a working musician who lost 200 gigs this year, so but I'm keeping this going, Jam TV, so we can all be together and all that, and any contribution, no matter how small or large, would be very much appreciated, and that's all you're going to get for that.
I can do
All right, Will Baird, bring it, take it.
the public television appeal, and for a minimum of $20, you get an additional gift of.
Exactly. Of a date with Will Baird.
That's right. Yeah.
He didn't know it was a bachelor auction.
Guarantee less than $20 now. All right, here we go. This is actually a musical version off of a song off of my first CD, which came out 2 years ago, and will be my last CD most likely.
All right, great. Take it away. That was great.
Thanks, Ed.
And I like your backdrop and your lighting and your warm personality. You look like professional television over here.
My God, maybe I'll get married again someday. We'll see.
There you go. Sounds good. Really good to see you, Wilbert.
Same here. Please have me back soon. I'd love to be here.
Yeah, that would be great. I would really enjoy that. You're the guy that sort of drops in and out. You show up and I'm like, there he is. What's he doing here? And then you disappear for 6 months. But it's really good to see you, and we can keep working this way online.
Thanks. Same here, Ed. And we'll do that.
All right, I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Will Baird. There he is. Look who I got. I got Dennis, and I got Billy,
Hey,
and I got Peter.
hey, Peter.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
How's it going?
How you guys doing?
Okay.
I thought I'd bring you guys on just to say hey, just to say hello for a minute. I got Dave Gunnop, who last time I saw him, he was in St. Croix, and he's back now, and so we're gonna put him on to play a couple of songs. How you guys doing? How's life in Utah, Peter?
Pretty good. I hiking and mountain biking and a little bit of dog training now, so that's good.
Oh, that's great. That's your profession, dog training, right?
Yeah, I'm starting my own little company. It's starting. It's small, but just have to build up the advertising now and word of mouth and social media, all that. So that's to come.
If you have a dog and you live in Utah, contact Peter for dog training. How's that?
I have one client right now, so I only started about a week and a half ago, so I was doing other stuff before. So
There you go. Wait a minute. I know. Were any of us your client? No, Bobby from Bobby Q's was your client, right?
yeah, I trained their dogs. Yeah, Frazier was one of there.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's been.
But now you're running your own dog training outfit, right?
Yeah. So just starting it up. Yeah. So that among other things. So it's fun to be out here. So
Yeah, it's really cool. So how hot is it out there in Utah right now?
about 80 degrees, 80 somewhere around there. But there's no humidity, so you don't feel it out here.
yes.
Like when you're in the east, it's like you feel like you have to shower every 5 minutes.
Oh my God, I've been doing that for the last few days.
Swampy, and so people think that people have like the air conditioning running at night, and I'm freezing. I'm like, you guys don't know heat because
So this guy, do you know Dennis Allred? Did you meet him before you left, Peter?
Yeah,
No,
I've
the
only
last
found
time.
through social media, and yeah. So
He's
Yeah,
from Utah, a lifelong Utah guy.
Exactly.
yeah, we were just chatting on Messenger a couple weeks ago about my neighborhood and the history of it.
Right. That's right.
I live in a polygamy house.
Oh, yeah, right. I heard about that. That's right. We talked about that on the air, I think.
Right, we're all the brother husbands. We have one girl in the house, and there's a bunch of hikers and skiers in the house, and mountain bikers, and it's
Yeah,
all
they
guys.
get good ski houses too.
Yeah, it's a great ski house, and there's one girl. So we're the brother husbands. You used to have sister wives, so we're the brother husbands. That's my
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, you might see me. I don't know. There's some talk. I've got my motorcycle and my friend Ross, who I ride the country with by motorcycle. Our bikes are stuck in LA right now, and the coronavirus is getting worse in California. So I don't know. We got to get out there at some point, and we're actually thinking that I might fly into Colorado Springs or Denver, and then rent a car and drive, because Ross doesn't want to fly on an airplane. He's a health risk. So we will drive. If we drive, we're going to come and see you in Utah for sure.
Oh yeah, please do. But you should drive too. You're a valuable asset.
I'm not driving from here. Not from here. Although I just heard that there was a guy like Billy Foster who just drove from New York to California in 25 hours, door to door.
How did you do
It
that?
was some good weed, man. That was real good weed.
Part of the
Yeah.
gumball rally or something.
Something. He set a record. He obliterated a record. But if you think about that, his average speed was like 110 or something like that.
Well, he has that long wheelbase on that car to do that. He holds a straight line to do that, right, Billy?
Exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys, I will see you in a minute. I'm going to bring my good friend Dave Gunnop on in a second, and I'll chat with you guys in a few, and then I'll put you on, Peter. Then we got Ray Simonelli in the wings, and we got all kinds of people. I'm looking at the studio. We're chocker block full. All right, let's bring Dave Gunnop on. There he is.
Can you see
Hey, Dave Gunnop. All right, I can see you both, and I can hear you.
This is this is technology beyond our comprehension.
Fantastic. How you guys doing?
We are good. We are totally supportive of what you do.
That's really cool. So you're back now from St. Croix. So give me the short story of the dismount from St. Croix this year. Obviously very different than what you normally do.
Well, we went down to play, and we were playing until about March 16th when they closed the restaurants.
Right.
Because it was all federal. And so music stopped. And so we started doing the same thing you're doing, like a online Facebook thing, because there was no music on the island. We were supposed to leave April 4th. We didn't get home till May 15th,
right?
Because there were no flights out. And the rest is just,
Like
we're
everybody
all
else.
waiting it out. Everybody I talk to is trying their best. And so we figure anything we can do to help.
Absolutely. So wait, explain something to me. You said it's federal. What the place you were playing was a government-owned place?
It's a U.S. territory, so we had to go by the guidelines of
Well, the governor is the governor of the three
three
US
islands,
Virgin
St. Thomas,
Islands,
St. John,
and
St.
he
Croix.
shut everything down.
Right. Yeah.
And there were only 3 COVID cases on St. Croix, so it didn't make sense. But at the same time,
And if you get sick there, you might die.
There's no
Yeah, right.
hospital. It's not really. It's kind of a third world.
Although I don't think that should stop you from going.
No, not at all. It's my favorite place on the planet.
Well, hopefully this rectifies itself. I don't know what's going to happen this winter. Are you guys planning on heading down this winter?
Oh God, yeah.
He's hoping.
No. Oh God, yeah.
You're going to go. I'd rather be stuck there than in Connecticut.
We didn't mind the last month. It was fine. It was takeout instead of dinner, and it was the pool, and it was playing on these Facebook screens.
That's the way to do it.
And thank you, Ed, for doing
And thanks
what
for
you
doing
did.
this, Ed, because it's
great.
special for everybody that listens.
No, absolutely. It's really nice to see your smiling faces on here.
Thank you.
What are you going to do for us?
We're gonna do a couple of songs. Old Brandy Carlisle, not old, a new Brandy Carlisle.
Oh, no, it's not new.
Well, it's probably old now. It's new for us. It's the first song we've learned in about 30 years.
All right, sounds good. Take it away.
Really breaks my heart to see a dear old friend go down in the worn out place again. Do you know the sound of a closing door? Have you heard that sound somewhere before? Do you wonder if she knows you anymore? I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. Where did you learn to walk? Where did you learn to run away from everything you love? And did you think the Bible would ever ease your pain? Did you think that love's a foolish game? Did you find someone else to take the blame? Lord, I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. I am a sturdy soul, and there ain't no shame in lying down in the bed you made. Can you fight the urge to run for another day? You might make it further if you learn to stay. I wrapped your love around me like a chain, but I never was afraid that it would die. You can't dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're standing in the eye.
That was super good.
Thank you.
Really good. I'll have some other people clap for you. Here you go. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna go crazy now. Here, get some real clapping going for him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, really good. So, who do you know of this crowd here? I got Billy Foster. I got Randy Stone.
I'll tell you a story about Billy and I.
All right, go ahead.
The first time we played music, I had a band. I'm a little younger than Billy. Billy and the Showmen were like the big band. And we opened for them at St. Mary's in Stamford. And it was like playing with the Beatles. You know, we opened, we were, I don't know, 14, 15.
I don't know who you were with. It wasn't.
Oh God, it was, I don't even remember, but they came on and they had the horns and they had the show and I just stood there and I went, wow, man,
Yeah.
that's what it's at. You know, that's where I want to be. And he's been doing it all these years, and I've been, you know, I've followed Billy forever because he has supported the open mic thing so gracefully and so steadfastly that you can only admire him for it. I can't see the rest of the guys, but Billy, I see you. So know you have my gratitude because you were a big part of me pushing it on.
That's true. Billy and the Showmen touched a lot of people over the years.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And they didn't get caught for touching anybody, as far as I know.
Well, that's not true, but we'll talk about that another time.
All right, so Peter, in Utah, this is Dave Gunnup. That's Billy Foster. That's Randy Stone. That's Tenet. If you want to feel young, okay, you hang out with old guys like these guys. That's what I do. That's my move, right? I hang out with them. So, like Dave Gunnup is like, oh, you know, I hung out with Billy and the Showman, but I was 14. It's like that's what you do. If you want to be like young and powerful, you hang out with the older guys. You know.
That's right.
You guys
Billy, what did he say?
Right, exactly.
I died.
You can get across the country in 25 hours. Well, that beats my speed. That's pretty young to me.
There it is. So, Dave Gunnup, do another one for us.
Yeah, okay. This is one of the first songs I ever wrote. Denise. Haven't done this in a long time. We figured while we're all in.
You and me, we seem to lack a little clarity. I don't know. Life can lead you to the beggar's eye, tear your heart out, or keep you going, though you're going slow. I don't know how does it roll.
All these circumstances run you round, up and down you go. Facing the fact you're taking the chance, it's such a long way down. Still you've got to go when it rolls.
I don't know how does it roll.
You're up on a swing trapeze and you're making believe you can't fly. 'Cause you painted this picture of yourself as some hero, risking your life on your shore. Steady eye. And the circle goes on, and we balance on wire on our toes, facing the fact that we're taking the chance. It's such a long way down, still you got to go and it rolls. Oh, but
I don't know how does it roll.
sooner or later, boy, you know that you're bound to try. Gonna throw yourself to the deep, dark water. Gonna pray to your God that you made it home alive.
'Cause you and me, we seem to lack a little clarity. I don't know. Life can lead you to the beggar's eye, tear your heart out, or keep you going, though you're going slow. Oh no, I don't know how does it roll.
Lord knows it rolls.
I don't know how does it roll.
When the Lord knows it rolls.
I don't know how does it roll.
Thank you.
Great, guys. Got it great.
Really nice. Really great.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, super good to see you. So what's your summer going to be filled with, if not music constantly? Or will it?
Well, we started feeling like we were wearing ourselves out. You know, we were doing it every Saturday, and our friends would come, and it's fun. But then we said, you know what? We usually play once a month up here. You know, we don't play that much. We play 2 or 3 times a week down at St. Croix, but so we started to feel like we were wearing it out. So we laid back for a couple of weeks. We'll probably do another one in next week or something. And then, eventually, like we play at the Long Ridge Tavern, and they're going to open up, and I tell them we'll play for nothing.
There it is.
We'll play outside if we have to.
Undercut the market.
Nah, you know what? It's really about bringing this country back together again.
No, I couldn't agree more with that.
And this is happiness, you know. Music is happiness. And
It's a universal language.
yes, and without it, everybody I talk to is weakened. You know, and so the more that you do this, the more that people like Billy and your friends here do this, you know, it's only a blessing from God. You know, it's just we gotta, you know, if you were given the ability to do this and you don't do it, boy, what a waste.
I couldn't agree more. Everybody's got to be together, and it gives me so much joy and a feeling of normalcy to be able to see everybody's mug on a screen, and at least we're doing some sort of music, and you know, we feel like we're together. We have a community.
And I'm sure, you know, I know how extensive your audience is, and because I know so many of your friends, and I've come and played a couple of times at the open mics and stuff. I wish I could do it more, but you know, circumstances don't let me.
Yeah.
But it's you're I've said it before. You're to be commended because you're keeping something alive that people need, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much, Dave.
No worries.
I appreciate it. So look, more people that keep it alive. Do you know the guys from Bone Dry, Rob Fried and Barry Blumenfeld? Check these guys out. Hey, you guys.
Hey there, Ed.
Hey guys.
They had a rehearsal tonight. Barry's like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't be on the show because I got a rehearsal. I went, wait a minute, you have a rehearsal?
It's like a real band with two live people.
We haven't rehearsed in 30 years, Barry. So
well, we do.
There you go.
You're better than we are. I'll tell you that right now.
My God. So
I'll step off the stage here and let you get on with what you're doing.
Yeah, good to see you. Very, very good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
And I hope to see you very, very soon.
Bill, you healthy? Everything okay?
I'm okay. I don't know.
Yeah, great to hear you, Dave. Great to hear you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Take care. Have a good night. So, yeah. So, look. So, there's... Oh, no. I pressed the wrong button. I want to bring Ray Civinelli in. What button did I put? There's Ray. Oh, Ray was here.
Rayman!
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing, Ray?
Oh, good. Okay. As long as you can hear me, that's good. I can't hear in my headphones for some reason, but I can hear you out of the computer.
Yeah. You sound good. How you doing?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I'm gonna put Peter on real quick, and then I'm gonna put the Bone Dry guys on, and then I'll put you on, Ray. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Stay put. And Peter from Utah, there he is. I kept pushing the wrong button. So, Peter? What are you going to do for us?
I don't know. I'll do a cover by City and Color.
All right.
Played before, some of my favorite ones.
We don't know the music you kids play these days, you know.
It's not,
I don't follow the hip hop, you know.
No, I don't know. Some acoustic singer-songwriter stuff. It goes well for the show.
All right, very cool. Take it away.
All right, here we go. All right, everybody. Rose flying high overhead on this desolate road. Well, I tend to forget about you and I, and I'll fight to survive. This thunder is alive as we lie side by side through the hills all alone, try to find protection for question space matters high, follow the stars to first light. I don't know what drugs to take to effectively alter the state. My mind has been as of late
Something is eating away at my brain. Elephant in the back of the room, and it's standing in place. Everyone can see he looks just like me, going through the hills all alone, trying to find direction for question space and the time, follow the stars to the first line. I'm not from this world home, but it is all I know. I'm not from this world home, but it is all I know. The hills all alone, trying to find direction home.
I can't hear.
No, I know, because I don't know. Still, after 15 weeks, I still don't know what button to push.
Oh, I can hear now.
There you go. That was great. That sounded great. What else you got?
Sounded good.
Yeah, thank you, Billy. Yeah, so yeah, I can play another one if you'd like me to, or I don't know how pressed you are for time. It's entirely up to you, but I can play.
No, do another one. We want to hear you do too.
You got it. All right, here we go. Let me take the case off. All right.
The game goes here.
Good enough. All right. West on 80. Take too long, go down up the mountain tide. Girl, I know that it's free and easy. Shows the wonder she takes the time. So lately, want to be there, settled on the road about the line. The kid is waiting, way too long, so I'll drive all night up to that hill sky. But she's wild as eagles, and she's sweet like honey, and her life was to her like a mountain stream. And she takes me somewhere and it is going to be there in time. Pull it into my pride goes away. Hate the city, but I love country. I want to be on the mountain high. It is waiting for me, we're way too long. So I'll drive all night under that starry sky. She's wild as eagle, and she's sweet like honey. Life was to her like a mountain stream. And she takes me somewhere good to be there in time. Hold it into my pride. I feel no growth. I feel but I'll be there for Won't take too long. Go to climb enough high.
Make sure you get all of it.
Okay, everybody.
Nice job, Peter. Good to see you.
Thanks. Good to see you all too. Happy to have everybody on here. And like you were saying before, like what a great thing you're doing for the community. It's like it really feels like we're actually all in the same room, even though it's on a screen. You know?
I know. I love this. Like all we need is like a little campfire in the middle, you know?
It's a perfect example of like what we should all be doing as humans, you know? Like
So while you were doing your song, I was looking around, right? What I was doing, I was looking at the sky behind Barry and Rob, and I was like, wait, is it light out here? And I was like, oh yeah, it is still a little light out here. They're like outdoors and the sun is going down.
Oh yeah, it's well, very very much daylight here. It's 6:45, but it stays light until like 9:15 even.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
Long out here.
All right, Peter, great to see you.
Good to see you too. Good job, everybody. Nice to see you all.
Good to see you too.
Nice job.
Bye.
Phenomenal. So, hey, Bone Dry guys.
Hey there, Ed. How you been, man?
I'm doing good.
Thanks
So,
for.
did you have a gig the other day?
We're playing. Yeah, we've got 3 gigs already. We got 2 this weekend.
Where were you and where are you going to be?
We're playing our regular venues, but all outdoors, spread out. So the Note, and we're playing tomorrow night at the Note Kitchen in Bethel, outdoors. We're doing a private. I had a private party on Saturday. We played at the Roadhouse, Reading Roadhouse, a couple of weeks ago.
That's what I saw, right?
Yeah, and we played at the brewery, Reverie Brewing, where we play every month. And we played at Sarah's Wine Bar, where we play every month. But they all basically gave us lots of space. We're outside. We've worked out a deal with all of them, to help ease the pain for the restaurants, because they're at like quarter capacity. So we're kind of doing a combination of tips and meals, and it's actually working out just fine for us.
I'm so happy to hear that. That's such good news.
Again, which matters more than anything, honestly, Ed. We're finally playing again. So
Yeah,
this is our
good.
first rehearsal, actually. We had a few gigs after 3 months without playing together. Well, I think we had one. We had one jam. Before that. But and now here we are with the Fireflies. I don't know if you can see the Fireflies. We're surrounded by them.
Ooh, I'm gonna look when you're playing. I'm gonna zoom you out. I want to take a look for the count the Fireflies. But I've got my first thing a private on Sunday, and I've got very mixed feelings about it. Like I was like, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm a little agoraphobic. I want to stay home. I don't want to, get anybody sick or get sick or any of that. So I guess it's
distance, I mean, they asked us on Saturday to play inside, and we told them no.
Yeah,
we got to be outdoors.
You guys are doing it the right way. I had my first gig last Friday at Calf Pasture Beach, outdoors. Everybody was spread out.
Ripples? You play at Ripples, Randy?
Yeah.
That's a nice gig, man.
Pardon me?
That's a nice gig. I like playing there.
It was a dream. Are you kidding me? And the crowd liked it, and there was a crowd, but they kept their distance. Although there was, I called it the COVID cluster of dancers off in the corner. I was like, guys, spread a little, but they stayed away from the band. It was fine.
All right.
Good. Everybody, be careful. Everybody, have fun.
Yep.
Good stuff.
That's
So,
cool.
Bone Dried, what are you gonna do for us?
We've been working on something new, and we're going to try it out on you. Well, something new to us. It's not something new.
All right, take it away.
Traffic tunes. So, go ahead. Count it off.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
In a Shanghai noodle factory where they swear I once used to be, nowhere doing nothing. People there were made of steel, tiny cogs in one big wheel, turning, never learning. Had to make a break. Soon I had to wake up feeling stronger on my island. impossible schemes. In a Shanghai noodle factory, that's where I once used to be. Nowhere, doing nothing. Villages were plastic men, act like roosters in a pen, crowing, never knowing. Had to make a break. I knew I couldn't take it any longer. Everything just aches. Soon I have to wake up feeling stronger, feeling stronger on my island of dreams with impossible schemes. In a Shanghai noodle factory, place where I once used to be. Nowhere, doing nothing. 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 Had to take a break. I knew I couldn't make it any longer. Everything at stake. Soon I'd have to wake up feeling stronger, feeling stronger on my island of dreams with impossible schemes. Pretty Polly Possum, what's wrong with you? Your body's kind of weak and there's nothing we can do. Good golly, Polly, shame on you. 'Cause Molly made us do that'll make a new girl out of you. So follow me, it's good for you. That good old-fashioned medicated goo. Ooh, ain't it good for you? My own homegrown recipe will see you through. Freaky Freddy Folly had some, I know. He was last green scented flowers in a field of snow. Get ready, Freddy, they're sure to grow. Mother Nature just blew it and there's nothing to it, I know. So follow me, it's good for you. That good old-fashioned medicated goo. Ooh, ain't it good for you? My own homegrown recipe will see you through.
follow me. It's good for you. That good old-fashioned medicated goo. Ooh, ain't it good for you? My own homegrown recipe will see you through. I'm Freddy Froghead and Uncle Lou. They made some glue and they're gonna suck it to their friends. Frantic friends and neighbors, they're at the door. They caught a little whiff and they're digging it and seeking more. So follow me, it's good for you. That good old-fashioned medicated goo. Ooh, ain't it good for you? My own homegrown recipe will see you through. So follow me, it's good for you. That good old-fashioned medicated goo. Ooh, ain't it good for you? My own homegrown recipe will see you through.
Wow, that was great.
Nice.
A little work in progress, but good try.
Really fun. So are you going out like bone dry light or the whole band?
Just the duo. You know,
That's really cool.
the new instructions to bands are that the musicians are supposed to be 10 feet apart in the governor's rules.
Wow.
Can you imagine Billy the Showman 10 feet
It's all
apart?
10 feet apart.
Yeah, Billy and the Showman will be performing on an aircraft carrier.
10 feet apart.
My God, really great to see you guys.
Yeah, great to see you
Thanks for
guys.
having us, man.
Yeah, great. And we saw fireflies too.
Yeah, I was looking hard. That was really cool.
Super.
All right, good.
That was really cool. All right, super good to see you. Hope to see you soon and maybe out in the real world at some point.
All right, Ed.
Take care. Be
Take
well,
care, guys.
everybody.
Good seeing
All
you.
right, all the best, you guys. All right, Ray Simonelli, it's all you. How you doing?
Yeah, doing pretty good. How you doing tonight, Ed?
I'm doing good.
Randy, hey, Randy, it was good to see you at that gig the other day. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks
playing
for
out.
coming, man. That was nice of you.
No problem. It was great.
What was that? Which one?
He came to the B-side gig at Ripka's Cap Pasture.
Nice.
We'll be
That's
back
great.
in the middle of the month. They're going to bring us back. So,
That's
how are
really
you? Ed? What's going on?
How you doing, Billy Foster?
What's up, Rayman?
Good to see you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
almost
sorry
didn't
I missed
recognize
that
you. You
gig the
didn't
other
have your
day.
hat on.
I'm sorry I missed
That's
that. Well,
true.
I took my hat off. If you notice, if you guys haven't noticed, each time it's been a different hat. Nobody's watching. Every time I put one on, it's a different one.
You have quite a supply.
good stuff. So what are you going to do for us, Ray?
I'm gonna try a new song that I haven't done before. Another Green Day song.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Broken Dreams. I'm gonna give it a try. Hopefully, I won't mess it up.
No, I'm
'Cause
ready
as you
for
know,
it.
I don't allow myself to play with words in front of me, so hopefully I'll remember them all. I walk this snow. The one and I walk alone. I walk this empty street up the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps, but I'm the only one and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. Sometimes the only thing that walks behind me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone. Walk on down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind. On the borderline, there to the edge, and I walk alone. I read between the lines of walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. Some shadows, the only thing that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only one that leaves me. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Walk this lonely street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one. I walk alone. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only one that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone.
Yes.
All right, Ray Man.
Yes.
Right.
That was nice song choice.
That was great, Ray. My God, a new song. Amazing.
It's brand new. First time I played it all the way through, actually, just now.
Nice.
So I figured out what the hell. We're all among friends here.
Yeah, absolutely. Look who I brought on. I brought Tommy and Hank on.
Ooh. Hey, boy.
Hank, I've been looking for you on my walks back from the beach. I haven't seen you around lately. I ran into Hank one day on one of my walks back from Calf Pasture Beach. Apparently, he was there and left right before I did, and I kind of caught up with him at some point by his street.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So, Billy Foster, listen, we got to do a new drinking game on the jam. Okay? Did everybody hear Ray cut out a little bit for like 1 or 2 seconds once in a while?
Yeah, definitely.
It only happened a couple of times, right? So you're singing, you're like, no, and you froze, right? And so what everybody has to do, they have to do a shot when Ray like drops out. Because we were all like, is it coming back? Yes, it's coming back. Yay!
We froze with you.
Do you want a better drinking game than that?
Oh, go ahead.
Whenever you see on TV a White House press briefing, Mike Pence,
I was going to say the same thing.
Mike
Yeah.
Pence's turn to speak. Every time he either says, every time he says the president, You have to take a shot. But I warn you, it could induce alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So be warned.
Oh my God. So good. Do another one, Ray.
Okay. I haven't done the Allman Brothers tune in a while, so let me do that.
Right.
Back on familiar ground a little bit. Well, I haven't played it in a few months, so hopefully.
Oh, we lost him. Drink.
There he is.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's coming back. We got to drink again already?
Yeah. Okay, he's back. Okay, we lost him again. Drink.
The gypsy flies from coast to coast, knowing many, loving none, sharing some, having fun. Up at home to her he'll run. Sweet Melissa. For a train, the cars all look the same. All the same. No one knows Gypsy's name.
He's almost coming out. That's why.
No one knows when it sighs. There are no blankets where he lies. The deepest dream the gypsy flies. Sweet Melissa. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pretending not to have it. So grab all your gear, gypsy, come on. Come on. Crossroads, you ever let them go? Where hide the dead man's ghost? Where but I know he'll never stay without Melissa. Yes, I know he'll never stay without Melissa. Oh, yeah.
And I put all those pictures.
Yeah. Best drinking game ever. I gotta get some real booze here, though.
So good.
How many times did it freeze?
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Porta potty in here if we keep doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Hey.
I can't take too many more songs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So good, Ray. Thanks. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys, man. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. A lot of fun.
All right, very cool. If you want to hang out, hang out. I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring. This is actually cruel. What's about to happen? Okay, I'm going to bring a young lady into this rabble of guys here. Yeah, exactly. Fix your hair, everybody. Exactly. Oh my God. All right, Ray, hang out. I'll bring you back on. Oh my God. Oh, you're in big trouble now, Danielle.
I was part of the drinking game too, just on the other side.
I saw that. I tried to bring you on. I didn't know how to do it. So
Yeah,
really
that,
funny.
that was fun. Poor Red.
Poor Ray. Are you in a different location? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm back in the city, New York City.
Wow.
Yeah, big deal. But it's been nice.
So how has your life changed now? Are you like back to normal now? What's going on?
It's hot. We just had AC installed yesterday, so the place is still cooling down from being an oven. And it's definitely it's a little.
Oh, we lost her. Here we go.
Start drinking. Start drinking. She dropped out. Oh my God, we really lost her. She's like,
He's gone.
she's like staring into space.
Like Mona Lisa.
Oh, we lost you, Danielle. We lost her.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, we're gonna see if we can get her back. You know, so
yeah.
Here she is. Oh no, it's Ray Simonelli.
Hey, I gotta ask you a favor.
I'm
What?
not as
What do you
cool as
got?
Danielle. Bring Danielle back.
What's up, Billy?
I gotta ask you a favor. If you do any of my clips tonight, you remember Renata?
Yes, I do.
All right, our Brazilian model. Well, I sent her that one clip of the three of us doing a Greenwich gig with the sax and the piano, and she's pissed because she can't open it, and it doesn't. I said the only way I can do anything is maybe if Ed plays it Thursday night. So if you play any clips, play that for her, please.
All right. You mean the one that's an audio clip, right?
Yeah, just the audio clip.
It's really, really good. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that before the night is out. I'll play that clip for you guys.
Right, I promised her that's the only way I could possibly let her hear it is if through you.
Oh my God. Okay. Is that what you told her?
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't see you guys know this stuff. Electronics to me is an on and off switch. If it's anything more than that, I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it on my desk. I'll figure out how to make that play and all that. But for right now, let me see where Danielle is. She is gone. She must have had an internet problem.
Yeah.
Her router overheated or something like that. So hey, so Tommy and Hank, tell me what you guys did. I've got a video from you guys.
Went out to support our local establishments. We went down to Bank House tonight and we had some food, and then we came here to be on your grand show and
Cool.
join the festivities. Yeah, so happy to be here. Thanks for having us. It's great.
Very cool. Where did you go tonight?
Bank House.
Oh yeah. Wow. That's really cool.
Nice.
Yep. So yeah, did that whole thing. It was great.
So tell me, I got a video here of yours.
Yep.
And
which one do you have? Old Man?
I got Old Man loaded up, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's me and Hank, and it was actually Dave Platt's idea. He wanted to do a Neil Young song, and we hadn't done one of those before. And then I had too much fun with the video editor. Put a lot of nice pictures in there. It was very distracting, and it was good. We had some fun with it, so we did it.
All right, I think I'm going to play it for you guys.
Okay, cool, awesome.
All right, stand tight, and we'll be right back.
He doesn't really.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm about like you were. Oh man, look at
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
That
Yeah,
was
thanks
great.
a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very good.
thank you.
That
very
worked
much.
out really good.
Good job.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Danielle's back.
I
And
meant,
she has
I
super.
meant to do that so you could show that. That's
Yeah. Hi, Danielle.
Honey,
Exactly.
you should have seen the way you froze, though. You were exactly like this.
Yeah, it was like,
oh good. At least it was
Staring dreamily into space.
right? I don't know what happened. My computer just. That's what I get for making fun of Ray, right?
right, exactly. You're like, I was drinking too when Ray froze. Like, oh.
Nice.
That's okay, Danielle. We drank when you froze too.
Perfect. I hope
Cool.
that doesn't happen again. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So, you can't expect New York City to have reliable internet like Cape Cod.
There's no one here though. Everyone moved out of the building. I'm upset.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
Gone. I guess a lot of people just moved out of the city. They don't want to be here anymore.
Wow.
Which is all right. Can't take the heat.
Can't take the heat. Exactly.
Just kidding. I'd imagine if we were here for 3 months, I think, we'd be a little stir crazy too. So.
Well, in one of the world's most crowded cities, it's kind of a good idea that everybody's not there.
That's very true. That's very true. It feels quiet and it feels actually pretty safe here. So.
I wanted to get, when I saw like Times Square empty and all that, I'm out in Pennsylvania, so I'm about an hour and a half from the city, and I thought maybe I'll get on my motorcycle and I'll ride down like, Broadway or whatever. And then I heard from motorcycle people that the police were stopping anybody on a motorcycle. They were stopping you, checking paperwork, check everything. They were they basically wanted people not to be doing that, you know. So they put the word out there that they're cracking down, until I never went. But I never saw New York quiet, you know, like you see all those pictures.
It's crazy.
That just seems weird.
It is weird. It is really weird.
My wife's boss, they had to close the entire business, so he rented a giant mansion out here in Greenwich. So she only has to drive down to Greenwich to do her work with him and then come back. Yeah.
I guess that's what you do. You know, you find a way to work around whatever problems you have. And New York City's got a lot of people to work around, you know.
Well, the alternative isn't really good, so you gotta, you know.
All right, Danielle, what are you going to do for us?
I'm changing it up this week. I'm going to do 2 of my own songs.
Cool.
So this one I haven't played in a while either, so this should be fun.
All right, very cool. Take it away.
All right. It's still very hot in the apartment, so my hands are a little clammy. Okay. This one's called Drinking Again. And I'm not kidding. That wasn't a joke. They're really clammy. And I drink a glass of wine, let it run and coat my spine. And I have another beer till the world starts to seem clear. And I'm starting to sway, but I like it that way. Loneliness is new to me, I swallow hard, I feel empty. Sinking thoughts on a rusty stool, I swallow hard, I feel a fool. A friendly face, a broken heart, dirty habit quickly starts. Neon sign lines full of smoke, I swallow hard so I don't choke. And I throw back a shot of rum, let it sink till I go numb. And I have another beer till I think I'm in the clear. And I'm starting to sway, but I like it that way. My veins are filled with drunken blood, my heart's a mess, my mind is mine. My hands are stuck cold in a glass, no love, oh Lord, will help unclasp. So leave me be, don't need them now, halfway 6 feet in the ground. Clarity in a dark-lit space, finally feeling my place. And I'm just drink, down I go. Falling deeper, sinking down this rabbit hole. And I drink for my life. 'Cause my life is drink till I die. Oh, here I go, yes, here I go again. No, I can't see up this rabbit hole, my friend. So I drink a glass of wine till the mask falls into line. And I finish one more beer. If you need me, I'll be here. And I take what I can get. Stop the shakes, ease the regret. And I feel the emptiness. Swallow hard and do it, I do best. Oh, this alcohol feels good, like I knew it would.
That was great. You caught me off guard. I didn't push the button the right time. All right, everybody clap again. It looks so good.
Thank you.
I love that song. What's the story behind that song?
It's about alcoholism. Not that I have it, but just generally. A lot of times when I write a song, I just pick a subject and run with it. So that was that.
That's
Although
really
I
cool.
drink a lot, but I wouldn't go to that point.
The first step is admit. Never mind. That's not what this show is about.
Danielle, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, dear?
Yeah, Billy.
First time I heard you, I have this thing in my head for sounds, voices, and the way they're applied. I would die with a smile on my face if you and Holly would write a song together and sing it together. It would be amazing.
All right, I'm in.
Together, your two voices together, and as I listen to the lyrics that you write, I think, this distance thing doesn't allow it, but the collaboration between you two, I think it would be absolutely amazing.
I'm in.
All right, I'll produce that. I'll work on that.
All right, yeah, Ed, that's all.
It would be really.
That would be great.
Hey, Sherry Dave. Oh, and Frank.
Very cool. In the Mood Lounge, there's Frank Tosto from Stanford Musicians Group, and there's Sherry and Dave in the Mood Lounge.
Yeah, we're moving.
I bought you something, Cher. Cher, I bought you something.
Killed the mood.
Oh my God! And Dave he looks like that guy on Star Trek with the visor, with the lights that go back and forth. Geordi from Star Trek,
there you go. So Danielle, my daughter, up until 2 weeks ago, lived down on Wall Street, and she stuck it out the whole time. And finally, last week, her and her boyfriend moved to Hoboken. They just couldn't. They just finally picked up and moved because their lease was up, and it's not because they didn't like where they were. And it wasn't so much the coronavirus, it was that they both had to work from home until this coming October in a studio apartment, and it was just too tight.
Right, it'll kill you. Well, Jersey is the new place to be.
So I haven't seen their place yet. They won't even let me come visit them yet.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's much bigger and nicer than whatever they had in New York. That's
they
just
have a decent place, but now they have a bedroom, which is something they didn't.
A bedroom? Who would have thought of such a thing?
It is pretty crazy, yeah.
Everybody's downsizing. Everybody's like, I don't know how long this is going to go on. I better downsize so I could survive financially,
That's true, too. Yeah.
I'm and Henry are drinking indoors now.
Yeah, we're getting eaten alive out there with the bugs. It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, the temperature's nice, but it's buggy. It's almost
I don't
July.
even drink, but because of Ray, I'm hammered.
Now that's funny.
We used to
I'll drink to that.
We used to have a drinking game at Bobby Q's. Anytime Billy said bring it down, we would all drink.
Exactly.
And
All right.
most of us couldn't drive by then.
Oh my God. Danielle, do another one, Danielle.
Okay. It'll do. That was fun.
Yeah.
This is nice. I like you getting everyone on it. It's fun.
Yeah, I like that better too.
All right. This is an old one that I wrote, and it's called Messy. I don't know if I've ever played this one for anyone. She's given a pretty flower from a man she will devour before he has time to run. Notorious for breaking hearts with eyes that shoot like darts, girl, and just looking for fun. Here she goes again, playing that silly game of pretend, dragging him across the floor. Before he gets down on his knees, she's already escaped and fled, left him by slamming the door. What a twisted heart, a messy mind. She's realized she's wasted her time. Now she's all alone on a lonesome throne, beginning to hurt and inside. And on her high cheekbone face, she finally has found a place amongst the others that let love go. She replays memories through her head, how hard they are to forget. She was so afraid to let love show. What a twisted heart, a messy mind. She's realized she's wasted her time, and now she's all alone, lonesome throne, beginning to hurt inside. What a twisted heart, a messy mind. She realized she's wasted time. Now she's all alone, so strong. She's doing the hurt inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. That's always a good one.
That's a great tune. I love that tune. What's the story behind that one?
Who fucking knows? Sorry.
Alcoholism.
Yeah, that one I wrote when I was drunk, when I was wasted. So.
Yeah. JMTV brought to you by cigarettes and alcoholism.
No cigarettes. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Out of the picture.
Really fun. Do you guys see Sky show up there? Sky, the cupcake guy.
Yeah. You know, he just got out of the hospital, so I'm hoping he's doing good.
Yeah, we're going to bring him on. I see him back in the studio. We're going to bring him on in a couple minutes. He's going to play the cupcake, you know. Danielle, really good to see you. I hope your air conditioning keeps up.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. You
Yeah.
can see it now. That's what's so good about my crappy camera is you can't see the sweat. So.
There it is. All right, super good to see you. Everybody wave bye to Danielle.
Bye, Danielle.
Bye. You guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Really good. Oh, Sky, where'd he go? All right, we're going to go, hey, Sky, but he's not there. He, like, walked away. No, there he is. Hey,
Here I
Sky.
am.
How you doing, Sky?
How you doing, everybody? Thank you very much for all your support, and I'm feeling great. I got my compressed socks on tonight. Yeah, the beige.
Very cool. So how's it going? What's the latest?
Let's see the latest. The latest. What's going on? Well, we're getting ready for the 4th of July. I'm out of the hospital.
Yay.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Going to the Stanford Hospital was like going to a country club. All right? The rooms are 3 times the size. The nurses are great. The doctors are good. And I'm happy to be home.
Great views, too. Really nice views.
Absolutely.
Did he say the views?
Yeah, can you hear me? I can't tell if my mic's on. Is my mic on?
Yeah, I hear you good.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, the view, Sky, the views are awesome. I'll call it the misfortune. I had my son was in the hospital for about 3 days. Not this year, last year. He's fine. But we were like, this is so cool. Look at the views. We're taking photos of ourselves. We're like doing this kind of thing. You know. Yeah,
I did sunrise and sunset. It was great.
Yeah.
I thought you said the booze was awesome. I was Stanford Hospital. The booze was awesome.
Whole new thing.
Alcoholism.
And cigarettes. Yay. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll on JMTV.
Too.
My God. So nice to see you, Sky.
Yeah, it's great to be here. It's good to see you guys and participate. I've watched. I tapped on so many weeks, but I just typed in and said hi to everybody. But now I'm with you. It feels great.
You know what I found yesterday, Sky?
What's that?
Being cooped up, there's a bunch of things that you put away. You don't know where they're. We went into this cabinet where we keep dishes and glasses and things. And on one of the levels of the cabinet is the first Billy and the Showman cookie you made. The very first one. You know how long ago that was? It was so cool to find it.
what I used to do, everybody, is I used to follow the band, and I would bring cookies whenever they played over the summer, and I would put a sticker on the back side of the cookie. One side, of course, would say Forever Sweet Bakery, and the other would be, Billy and the Showman and the band and everything. And I have to give Billy credit. I mean, here's a guy, he's up on stage, he's been doing this for 50 years, and he still finds the time to say thank you, or here's he's passing out some cookies. I mean, it makes me feel so good, to do that. And then for him to give us a nice, compliment. It's just great.
That's a great way to do it. It's beautiful that you take the time to deal with us, so I want to make sure the audience understands exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
That's true. And Sky, you are in the same business that we're in. We're in the business of making people happy with whatever we do. And you are in the business of making people happy with what you do. Cupcakes, believe me, cupcakes can work better than music sometimes.
Well, sometimes. But, I don't know if you know this, but my sister used to be a singer back in the day, sang like Janis Joplin. So I've been around music all my life, and I wish she would come on board and join us. But she sang like Joplin. She went on tour with Jesus Christ Superstar. So music is in my blood, and of course, with Francis having the bakery, now that's in my blood. We got sweetness. It's a celebration every day. We try to put smiles on everybody's faces, and it just makes me and everybody around here feel good that we we can do that to people.
Absolutely.
It's so rewarding, especially when you go into a hospital and someone's having a treatment, for cancer. Like what's the word I'm looking for? Chemo treatment, which is a down day for a person, and you give them a cookie or a cake, a cupcake to make their day brighter. It just makes the world of difference. So
absolutely.
I'm blessed.
It's really. Although that being said, I had a virtual doctor's appointment the other day, and then my doctor said, your numbers are getting better since you're in quarantine. I said, look, I work at a rib joint, and I have a rack of ribs twice or three times a week, and I eat cupcakes every day. I swear, that's what I said to my doctor.
There was George Burns was interviewed once, and somebody said to him, how did your doctor feel about you drinking a martini and smoking a cigar every day? And George Burns says he died.
That's great.
I've always said that music is the best medicine unless there's food involved, and then food trumps the music.
Exactly. Don't say Trump. You can't say Trump.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Drink.
That are silk ties.
Exactly. Music, Obama. The food, Obama's the music. That's what you say nowadays. Yeah.
Remember, I keep telling all of you, there's this guy in Australia who's fallen in love with Ed's Jam, Wendy's Jam, all of the music and all of us. He knows our names. He's dying to come here. Just before the pandemic, he was on his way. He's dying to come here and meet everybody. And if this is over and he comes, we should do a major thing for this guy.
Oh, absolutely. We have a whole bunch of followers. There's a jam in Australia that follows us, and there's musicians in England and, of course, all over in Norway as well. But it's kind of fun to have people discover what we're doing from wherever we are,
Yep.
And they'll travel to America. We will be a tourist attraction. People will come to see us on Jam TV,
Build it and they will come.
Well, we do it live.
Outdoor cafe in Vienna, and I went over to ask my wife to marry me, and I'm sitting with her sister and her mother, and the odd thing was they weren't upset that I was black. The thing that bothered them the most was that I was a rock and roll singer in America, which meant I had to be a drug addict. So that's the thing that bothered them the most. Really. I mean, that's what they heard, right? So we're sitting there, and the sisters don't know anything. And this guy, I swear to God, this guy with a backpack walks by. There's no cars allowed. This is all outdoor cafes. And the guy walks by, and he stops, and he walks up to us, and he goes, "Are you from America?" And I went, "Yes." "Your name wouldn't be Billy, would it?" Yes. From Connecticut? Yes. He goes, oh my God, I've been to all your shows. I shook my hand and walked away. You should have seen the expression on Arena's sister's face, man. Oh my God. She went nuts. She thought, oh, he's a star.
That's really funny.
That was really funny. I thought it was funny.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So I'm going to play a video now. I've got Evil Ways, which I guess Frank is playing percussion on that, right?
That's right. He is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was the last person to be added to the mix. So
Right.
which accounts for, you'll understand when you see the video. You're like, what is Frank doing? But I did my best.
Sounds good. Well, I'm gonna get that. So I'm gonna play that for you guys right now. Here it comes.
Come on.
You got to change your evil ways, baby. Before I stop loving you, you got to change, baby. 'Cause every word that I say is true. You got me running and hiding all over town. You got me sneaking and creeping and running down. This can't go on. Lord knows you got to change, baby. When I come home, baby, my house is dark and my thoughts are cold. You hang around, baby. We're cheating, Joan, and who else is who? I'm getting tired of waiting and fooling around. I'll find somebody who won't make me feel like a clown. This can't go on. Lord knows you got to change.
Go Frankie.
I'll say this. You could tell I was one measure ahead. I think I'm pretty sure. It's one of the reasons why I start walking away before the song is over.
I thought it was great. I'm gonna fire Hank. Hank,
That sounded good though. You have some good riffs in there. That sounded good.
Hank's like, I could have killed that song, man. Like, what did you have to
He's
go
the
out
only
to Frank
second best
for?
drummer in the room, man, for sure. You know?
You killed it.
You killed it, man. You killed it. Yeah, it's great. Nice job.
That's why I muted Hank's mic, because the guy's got no filter, and those guys have been out eating and drinking. So, like, he would have been like, "What the hell is that?"
He's taking my job, man. He's taking my job. I'm like, chill. It's cool.
All right, I went solo.
I love that everybody's doing these collaborative videos. I think it's terrific.
Yeah, it's fun. Everybody gets to play with
Gotta
each
get
other and
into
do different
one
things. It's great, you know.
Well,
I gotta get into one.
at the stuff you and Mike have done is just
Oh my
remarkable in terms of just not only sophisticated, but just like the amount of work that goes into just laying. You walked us through that whole process by which you lay down that sort of modified scratch track.
We've taken it to a crazy level because there's if you haven't noticed, there's a pandemic going on. And we all realize, like, we are not going to be getting on a stage. And, I'm not getting a call from Billy and the Showman saying, Curly's not coming on the gig. Can you play? Like, I'm not getting the call. So we have to, if we want to push it. And it's interesting, a lot of my advice in the very beginning of this whole collaborative video thing, my advice to everybody was, don't pick hard songs. Pick easy songs that you know. Don't push yourself. Better that you sound this good than you try something that's too hard and you don't make it. And so we did a bunch of these videos, and then we started figuring out the tech. And then we're like, screw it. We're going to pick the hardest song there is. And, like, I spent, 5 hours, learning the parts and charting it out. Like, I would never do that normally,
Yeah.
But now, it's like there's a pandemic going on. So what am I going to do with those 5 hours? Watch TV,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But they're great. They come out so cool. They're so cool.
You do it well.
It is really cool. There's a band called the Bamboos. Do you know the Bamboos, Billy? From the 70s, like a funk band from the 70s. That another one like Cold Blood that not everybody knows the Bamboos. And Michael picked a song. My name escapes me right now. We were deep into the song. We got Holly McCrary doing the lead vocals on it, and it's going to be sick. We got a whole horn section, and
I saw them up in Ridgefield. I saw them in Ridgefield.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a really cool, funky band. Laid down a super groove. Every song's a little too fast and too awesome.
Yeah, I know.
So.
They have fast knowledge.
Sounds really good. So, Frank, you sent me a couple of tunes. I want to play one now. Which one should I play first?
Well, it's up to you whether you want to hear something you know or whether you want to hear something you don't know.
I want to hear something I know, and then I want to hear something I don't know.
All right, so then go with the Tom Petty song, which is I think it's labeled right.
All right, sounds
At least you'll know it. At least you'll know it.
All right, here it comes, everybody.
She was an American girl, raised on promises. Couldn't help thinking that there was a little more life somewhere else. After all, it was a great big world, lots of places to run to. Yeah, if she had to die trying, she one little promise she was gonna keep. Oh yes, alright. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. She was an American girl. It was kind of cold that night. She stood all alone on a balcony. She could hear all the cars roll by out on 441, just like the waves crashing on the beach. And for one desperate moment there crept into her memory. God, it was so painful when Something is so close, yet so far out of reach. Oh yes, alright. Take it easy, baby. Make it last all night. She was an American girl.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Some cool jazzy chords on that.
Yeah, I what the little dump, bump, that part. Yeah, it was just like I think I had a minor somewhere in there. But anyway, yeah. But thanks for playing that. Appreciate that. Hopefully it sounded okay. It sounded good on my end.
That sounded great. So tell me about the other one that's lesser known.
Yeah, so that's one of mine. My own. It's one of the reasons why nobody knows it, because it's never really been played. Although I played it once. I think anyone who I can't imagine anybody would actually remember it. But it's called "Walking with the Wounded." It's every song I sing, every song I write, I should say, is all about the same stuff. It's all about compromise, life's compromises. And this is just one of those, another one of my 7,000 songs that I've written about life's compromises. So this is it. It's called "Walking with the Wounded."
Yeah, very cool.
Searching for something apart from your own. When you feel like the numbers, battle you wage, writing words to the weary, making marks on the page. They say the road to redemption is lined with despair, with subtle misfortunes abound everywhere. Your musings are slowly all talk away, like walking the dirt road with nothing to say. 'Cause when you're living on your heart, your faith in your dreams, sadly sometimes you get caught in between the deep dark sorrow you seek to erase, and the comforting arms of a warm embrace. Oh, there's a boat on the water, the dawn of the day. I swear it looks like a shadow from this far away. If your only reprieve is the darkness of night, with cautions divided, you turn off the light. So then you walk with the wounded most of the day. You're surprised by the muted, got something to say, 'cause blind admiration so often does fade. You reached for the comfort of the icons you made. 'Cause when you're living on your heart, your faith in your dreams, but sadly sometimes you get caught in between deep dark and sorrow you seek to erase, in the comforted arms
of a warm embrace. So the crossroads divide you, the heart so belies you, but you fake it, baby. You'll be waiting for this, selling chance for a kiss. You slam down your fist if you know what you missed when you're living on your heart, your faith and your dreams. Sadly, sometimes you get caught in between that deep dark and sorrow you seek to erase. The comforted arms of a warm embrace. The comforted arms of a warm embrace. The comforted arms of a warm embrace.
Yeah. That was cool.
No, thank you. Appreciate that.
Very nice, great song.
Hey, Hector, good to see you, man.
Yeah, hey, Hector.
Really cool, man. I was playing along with you.
Sherry and Dave.
Really good,
Hey, how's it
Frank.
going?
Hector.
Billy, Sky. Ed, thank you for allowing.
Sky, how's it going, buddy?
Good, you?
Ed, thanks for allowing me to do this. This is kind of an interesting perspective being on this side of it because I haven't been a guest, right? So one thing about and I do this little similar kind of a thing, on the Stanford Musicians Group page. And one thing, I always feel weird about playing my own stuff. I'll be like, and the next one is me playing a song, so this is a perfect opportunity to sort of do something without sounding stupid. So
no, it sounded great. Yeah, it sounded. I enjoyed that song very much. I think Bob Dylan ripped off that song from you.
You that bastard.
No, you really did. I think he took the lyrics from some other thing, some German song, and he used that thing, and he that guy. Somebody's got to stop him.
He's always up to something, right?
Right. So. Yeah, that was really, really cool. Yeah, thanks, Frank.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, hang out for another minute. So, hey, yeah. Sherry and Dave, are you going to do one or two?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What do you got for us?
You want pop or jazz?
Yes.
Well, we'll
at the same time, just like Frank did on the first song. That was pop and jazz in the same thing.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, we're going to... You have a melodica handy, Ed? We're going to do All of Me again.
Yeah, I do actually.
Anything, any instrument is fine.
Anything. What do I have? I'm moving. I don't know if you guys know that, but I'm not moving away. I'm moving my already away vacation territory here in the Poconos, where I've been hiding out for the last year. In between has become my new home because of the pandemic. I've just been hiding out here mostly. I'm going to be spending a lot more time this summer in Connecticut as things open up. But I'm moving to another place, and I'm going to be pretty much done moving in the next couple of days. Maybe by the end of next week, I'm going to be permanently over there. I got my internet installed and all that. And I've taken a shot of the ceiling here that I can put a green screen so it looks like I'm still here.
That's funny.
No one will know.
Then nobody will know. Yeah, so don't tell anybody. That's what I'm doing. So I've been doing that. So I had to look around because my accordion tower, which used to be right here, is no longer there. And, my van is now loaded with at least 10 accordions.
Nice.
And so, but I did turn around and see a melodica there. So
there's probably nowhere to sit at your new place, no chairs, but you got 10 accordions.
I'm going to hang them from the rafters. It's going to be great.
Are you going to sneak them in while your neighbors are sleeping, or are you going to let them?
So listen to this crazy story, right? So what happened was, my friend wrote me and said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna come this summer, and then I decided I want to sell the house. With the pandemic and everything, I'm gonna sell the house." So I was like, "Oh damn, I got to look for a house in a pandemic. I got to look for a place to live. What a nightmare!" Especially because I always pick the weird Ed Train thing, living on a boat or living on some crazy thing. So I started looking, and I found one place in this community. It's all communities, gated communities out here with 1,000 houses in the gated communities. And so you can't just drive around and see them. You have to get in the gate somehow. And I found this one, and I kind of fell in love with it, but the guy wasn't working with me on the money and whatever. So I went to another one, and the guy said to me, he's an accordion player. And we got to talking about accordions. He says, oh, we sit on the deck and we play accordions every night. I'm going to be your neighbor. You should buy my place. And I'm going to be your next door neighbor, etc. So I haven't told him that I bought another place, but I'm going to show up at his house with my Segway with a cart with a bunch of accordions in it.
You have a trailer came for the Segway where you can like tow all of your accordions.
That's what I'm going to do. And I basically live, if that's any indication, 1 in 3 people are accordion players out there. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of am. I can play C, F, and G on it. So.
I have a giant assortment for you to play out here. So now I forgot what we're doing. Oh, I got to get my melodica. So why don't you get a song started and I'll go get my melodica.
Sounds good. We're in a key of C major.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I didn't go to Berkeley. I mean, I don't know.
I know. You get a pass then. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All of me, why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm good without you? Take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Goodbye, left me with eyes that cry. How can I dear without you? You took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? Left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on there without you? From the heart that once was my heart. Why not take all of me?
Yeah.
Super fun. I love so what we're playing, and I just see a thing pop up in the middle of the screen that says the host has muted your video. Man, it's like a con show here.
You see, just because you went to Berkeley doesn't mean I know what buttons to push on this thing. So.
For the song, I get muted. Wow.
Yeah, I'm like I'm the union around here. I'm the local one. You got a problem with that? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. You got a problem with that?
I almost took a drink.
So
Hector was just playing. He was just
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a few songs while you guys are talking.
Exactly. It's the charm of Hector. So do another one.
Okay. That was like a 90s pop.
And I got great news for you.
What's that?
I am not going to play on this song.
Okay.
Great news for everybody.
That news, but that's fine. You're welcome to if you want. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. beats blowing tramp, and she's probably getting frisky. Right now, probably buying her some fruity little drink, cause we can't shoot a whiskey. Right now, probably up behind her with a pool stick, showing her how to shoot a combo. You don't know that I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. I took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed the hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think for it. Right now, she's probably up singing some white trash version of Shania karaoke. Right now, she's probably saying I'm drunk. He's thinking that he's gonna get lucky. Right now, probably dabbing on $3 worth of that bathroom polo. He don't know that I dug my key into the side. Pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. Took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed the hole with all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Forgot that chord. Got it. Let us save a little trouble for the next girl. Cause the next time that he cheats, oh, you know it won't be on me. Oh no, not on me. As I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped-up four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. Took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights, slashed the hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh, maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh no, before he cheats. Oh no. Where were you during the bridge? I forgot all the words.
First of all, I didn't go to Berkeley, and I don't play an F sharp. What was that? F sharp on the ukulele? That's not even a key. That's not even a real key.
F sharp minor, Ed.
Oh my God, F sharp minor. It's like my brain, boom, you know.
Yeah, so that's what we did. You know, it's funny. It's like I'm about 50-50 on the bridge there. Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I get it wrong, and it makes Dave nervous every single time. But it's just the internet.
Exactly, right. 50-50 on the bridge. I thought maybe 50-50 on the bridge meant like you haven't decided whether to burn the bridge or not. You know?
Depends if I play the right chords with that. Yeah, we
I like the hesitation going into the phrase. The hesitation going into the phrase. I reached for my drink, but you came back. There
you go. All right, check this out. This is really short, but it's really cool. Guess who that was? That was Guy Machino.
Really?
That was Guy. He built that thing. He built it, and then he played it. And he's got all. We're doing some collaborative videos. We're gonna work on one together.
Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
Isn't that crazy? That's Guy. He's actually pretty good.
He's been holding
There was
up.
a guy at Cafe 9 when we used to do a jam at Cafe 9 with Roxy Perry, and there was an old guy there, and he had one of those, and he played it really well, too.
Amazing, really cool. And then, of course, there's this. Steve Wexler.
You gotta play that every week.
Steve.
Every week you gotta play that.
Oh, I'm working him into the whole thing. He's going to be like the whole Jam TV musical package. Yeah. So super good.
He would be proud if he knew you were doing that.
He would be proud. All right, you guys stand by, and I'm going to bring. We're gonna hear from Hector next, but I'm going to do a little bit of a switch up here. Good to see everybody, and if you survive the break, I will see you in a moment. Glad to have everybody. Glad to have everybody on. Most people survive the break. Nobody even really knows exactly what happened here.
I don't know. Looks scary.
Randy's here. I wanted to bring Steve Venable on. Steve Venable has been trying to get on for hours. Like, he shows up in the studio, and then boop, he disappears. Then he shows up, and he disappears. So I was going to try to bring him on here. You know, he's been trying to get on for weeks. But, like, every time he signs on to Jam TV, someone in his house is playing Minecraft or whatever, and or turns on the other internet, and his signal goes boom, down, you know? So, anyway. So, Hector, what do you got for us? Oh, you muted yourself, Hector.
I'll see you guys in a minute.
There you go.
You good? There you go. How's everybody doing?
What do you got for us, Hector?
Nice to see you, Randy.
Hey, man.
I got a Julian Lennon stone here. That's
Nice job.
Nice
job.
For goodbye.
Yeah. You.
Ever since you've been leaving me, I've been wanting to cry. Now I know how it feels to feel. I've been wanting to die, but it's much too late for us. Yes, it's much too late for us. Time has gone since I've been with you. We've been starting to fight. Now it seems you don't care for me, and I don't understand why. But it's much too late for goodbye. Yes, it's much too late for goodbye. Ever since you've been far away, I've been wanting to fly. Now I know how it moves to me. I'm the one who should cry, and it's much too late for goodbye. Yes, it's much too late for goodbye.
Oh, it's much too late for goodbye. Yes, it's much too late for goodbye.
Nice. Excellent.
Julian Lennon, he's a pretty good songwriter.
Julian Lennon.
Yeah, that sounded great. I remember Julian Lennon. I liked him. I thought he was great. Whatever happened to that guy?
Nothing.
I discovered the video on that he did. Like, kind of type song, and it's actually a very good song. And they have like black and white footage of actors, and the name of the band is the Butlers in Beatles fonts. So it was like a really cool. Everyone look it up. It's a very cool song. I'm thinking about even covering it.
That's very cool. What else are you going to do for us? What else do you have?
I have an original that I'd like to share with you. This one that I wrote with Darius Kazicki. What is it?
All right, take it away.
What is it that we are supposed to be? I met you on a Monday. You were always on my mind. Tuesday, Wednesday, straight through Sunday, all the time. When I look in your eyes, you ask me, what is it that I feel, that I see? I see my world around me, dancing in your eyes. The fire lifts me higher and higher. I'm blind. Feel the times when you look at me, when you ride away what used to be. Your eyes can melt with glaciers, like your smile can light the sun. You and me together, on and on. 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 On and on.
Nice.
Hey. Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Remind me of the Eagle.
Really good. Sounded great.
Well done.
Very much.
Well done.
No one. Thank you very much.
You know what's funny? I can hear Hector singing totally fine. I can hear him playing totally fine. And then he goes to say something, and you sound like this. I'm like, what's the matter? It's the same microphone.
And I'm glad you said something, because I was about to say, like, Hector, are you underwater? I mean, where are you? Like, what is going on? He's like,
It's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd.
No, you know what it is? There's okay. This is a tech tip for all this jam stuff. There's noise reduction circuitry on the computer and on the software, and I'll get together with you, Hector. We'll try to chase down and figure out what that is, because it's so weird.
That's what I thought it was. When the real loud tones came on, that's when it froze. You know?
Yep, exactly.
Let's do that.
Still sounded good. Still sounded good.
Hector, when you were playing, it did sound fine. So don't
It sounded great when you're playing. You're playing. You're like da 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 da, and then you sound like R2D2. You know. Actually, you kind of look like R2D2 now that you mention it. You know?
C-3PO.
Exactly. C-3PO. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, which one's which?
Exactly. No, the big golden one is C-3PO. R2D2 is the garbage can with the globe on top of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's a flamboyant.
I always thought of him as a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right.
When no one said anything, I thought that must have been either really bad or really good.
No, you did great.
Decided which one it was.
You did great.
No, you sounded great.
Everybody did great, by the way. Sherry and Dave and Frank, nice job. I was listening. Again, you guys are doing well.
Thank you, Randy.
All right, so if you guys want to hang out, you can hang out. I'm going to play an older video. Frank says, "Oh, I don't want to play myself." I have no problem playing myself, right? So I'm going to play one of our collaborative videos here. We'll see if Steve Venable gets on, and here it is. If you can stay with us, stay with. If you can't, I'll see you. Have a good night, but I'm going to play this video now. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Cool.
With a million flowers a day. Hey, now I can hear the angels singing songs that only angels sing. He's such a happy thing. I can feel my heart just a thumping and a skipping when I'm kissing my love. Just a puppet, pumping in my veins. Hey, now I'm kissing my love. He's such a tender, with a strong shot. Hey, ooh, bless his head, how he's so good at what he does. All I wanna do is kiss it up, and he's got me love. I can feel my heart just thumping and skipping when I'm kissing my love. Oh yeah. Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Put Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Put your foot on the rock and pat your foot, don't stop. Put your foot on the rock. Hey now, when I'm kissing my love, I feel the blood just a pumping, pumping in my veins. Hey, hey, when I'm kissing my love, he's such a tender love with a strong song. Hey, hey, ooh, yeah. Bless his name now, he's so good at what he does. All I wanna do is get set up, and he's got a real love. I can feel my heart just a loving in the kitchen when I'm kissing my love. Oh, yeah.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun one to make. My God.
That little
Heidi is really good.
That little drum solo, Mike's drum solo there, again, talking about just coordinating all of the different sources coming in, and all of a sudden you're like, bop, and he's bop.
Well, the way we do that, the way that happens is that we create these backing tracks, and they have like a conductor track going on. So my voice will be in the backing track going, all right, everybody get ready. Here comes the drum solo. And 1, 2, 3, you know, so that nobody, because you can write all the notes that you want. You're still going to screw it up. You're like, is it now or is it later or whatever? Yeah. So you need somebody like, you know, orchestras have conductors. They have notes in front of them and they have a conductor that goes, look, dude, you, the oboe, you know, don't screw it up again, you know?
But even so, it's still, you know, and then of course, whoever's editing that is like doing double time, right? Just getting it all sort of, Is that Ed? Is that Ed?
No, so the way we split that is Michael does all the video editing and the initial synchronization of the tracks, you know, which we have a method of doing that. And then he'll send me all the audio files, the stems, out of his software that does video and audio, and I'll put it into a DAW and spend way too much time on it, like fixing things and tweaking things and engineering it like I'm making a record, you know, like, but I feel like I'm being useful, you know, like even if it takes me several hours, it's
labor of love.
It's a labor of love, and it there's something to show for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, the outcome's good, man. It's really good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what it takes. I mean, ultimately, that's what it takes, right?
Yeah, so, right. Exactly.
It's not as simple as like, you know, hey, I've got a guitar and I'm gonna sing into a microphone and look straight into the camera.
No, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
That's what it requires. He does what it takes. That's what it requires. He does what it takes.
Yeah, right. Well, it's just
Kudos. I admire someone because I've never been a front man. I'm not a singer. I had a girlfriend who laughed at me when I tried to sing in college. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not singing ever again. That's it, right? And
when it's time to change. Remember that song from the?
I'm like, I will never be a singer, you know. And I can probably sing better than a lot of people I know, but I'm like, I'm not doing it. I don't need that kind of criticism, you know. So I cultivated other things besides singing, but the idea of getting up in front, I greatly admire anybody that could get up in front of people, whether it's on a video or live, and go, I'm going to sing you a song now. And by the way, I wrote it, or, you know, like, and they play it and they sing it. When it, like, that's amazing. I've always been a side man. I'll always be a side man.
Me too.
And I'm happy with that, you know, but it's a whole different universe and, you know, it's fun.
That's me. Stick me next to the drummer, hide me behind the rhythm guitar player, and I'm good to go. If anybody hits a clam, I'll look around disapprovingly and go back to my work.
There it is. That's exactly it. And you know, and if you can help people when you're like the bass player or the drummer, what, you know, or even the keyboards. Like I've been able to at a jam where the song's going great, like it's Santana, and then all of a sudden it starts going inside out. Somebody's got the beat halfway wrong, and then the solo's kind of like, oh God, right? Of course, there's alcohol involved. You know, it's the end of the night at a jam, and I've gotten on the keyboard, and I've been like, okay, what I need to play on the keyboard now are messages to everybody. Like, here's what's happening here, you know, and you know, it's a very different dynamic playing with a live band. You know, you're on the edge of going off a cliff half the time.
50 years of singing, and when I started out, my neighborhood, we grew up and busting balls was what we did. Mothers, fathers, grandfathers, everybody busted everybody's chops. So when I started to sing and I stood out there, I had to learn to close my eyes or I could never get through a song. And to this day, if you ever stand in front of me when I'm singing, you watch. Eyes closed, helps me get into the song, helps me get away from what's taking place in front of me.
Dave and Randy, I've played with both of you, and you're right that both of you do this.
Right. Dave, it's what we do, right?
What the hell are you?
What the hell?
That's funny.
I want to do a book. I want to write it, but like without my name on it. It'll be like being in a band as a bass player, you know? And I want to interview a lot of bass players because everybody's like, it's like, oh, what do you know, there's all these bass player jokes and there's all these, like, everybody's like, well, I'm the lead singer and I'm the guitar player and I'm the saxophone. And God forbid, I'm the trumpet player, for crying out loud, right? I'm the trumpet player, you know? And what they don't realize is that the whole band, everything that's happening that matters is the bass.
The bass.
Well,
it's the foundation for everything.
First of all, it's like anything else. Whenever I've always like, and Ed, I know you cook. Like whenever you are in a restaurant and something's missing, it's either salt or garlic. It's one of the two, right?
It's the base.
Well, yeah. Whenever something's not right, it's the base. It's 90% of the time it's the base. It's not, and that's not a slight on bass players. It's because it's such a dominant instrument and it literally just carries a song. And everybody else is just kind of filling in around it, right? But there's the song.
That's the song. I have students, right? And I start, especially young kids now who are listening to hip-hop music, pre-produced music, you know, as the Blues Brother would say, pre-programmed electronic disco. You know, people that are listening to studio-produced music, not live music. And the first thing I do with them, they're like 14, and like I have a listening party, and we sit and we listen to songs, and I play them like Tower of Power, and I'm like, all right, all you have to do, without, you know, I don't play the music video, I just play the sound. I said, all you have to do is tell me what instruments you hear, and try this with adult friends of yours who you think are intelligent human beings. Say, what's in the band Boston? And they're like, I don't know, right? And then they say something like, guitar? Like they have no idea. Like they can't tell that those things squealing on top of the guitar. People just hear a wash of amazing sound. Yeah. And what's connecting with their body and their heart and their mind is the bass. That's what's getting through.
And the
You
bass
know,
drum.
as
And the bass
they
drum.
say. Go ahead.
Well,
Frank.
the bass
No, I was
and
just
the
going to
drum.
say, and the bass drum.
And the bass drum.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the bass and the drum and the bass
Yeah.
drum are the foundation for everything. If they don't sync, you can play a great song, but if those two guys don't sync, it just pulls everything apart.
And if the music's good and people are dancing and nobody even notices the bass player's doing his job.
Right.
No, absolutely.
But do you pay him?
Because when we fuck up, everybody's gonna notice.
Oh my God.
That's the worst part because you're right down on the bottom, and if when you clam, it's obvious.
Oh yeah.
Now here's what the singer
from
does.
what people tell me.
Here's what the singer does when a bass player hits a bad note. They do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, make sure that everyone knows it's not
Yeah,
me
oh, yeah.
or the singer, right, Billy? I mean, you're like,
Oh,
it
yeah,
ain't me,
no,
it's the bass player, dude. Everyone.
Right. And here's what the bass player does. He looks at the drummer.
Oh,
Like, what the hell? And Henry's like, I don't know. I can't even see who's looking at me. I don't know.
And then, so you got like me who's the exact opposite. It was like I take a microphone in front of like a crowded room, and I'm like, I'm gonna sing this song that I've never sang in public before. And then I start adding, going, "Oh, you play the tuba, and we haven't rehearsed. Come on up."
I've seen you do that. It works well.
What can go wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you'll hit it.
Well, playing with a rehearsed unit is a beautiful thing. But one of the things I absolutely love about jam sessions is you can get up, all you guys play great, but you get up on stage and all of a sudden they put this one person, I've been waiting all night to play, and they get them up and they have no clue what everybody else is doing. That makes it fun.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Try running a jam sometime. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
At some point, you just have to go, it's fun, I guess. There's alcohol and it's fun.
Yeah, I'm sure you're delighted when you turn around and it's like, oh, look, a guy's wheeling in his amplifier. This ought to be good. Like, good.
Exactly.
True story. My second time at the Cobb's Mill Inn, what's the harmonica kid? Gabe.
Oh, yeah, Gabriel.
Gabriel Ryan, yeah.
Gabe and his friend Dan were there, and I didn't know him yet. But I was watching Dan roll this full stack amplifier into the Cobb's Mill Inn. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
And I'm just thinking to myself, holy crap. And then, to his credit, he didn't turn it up loud at all. But
No, he didn't. Those guys were actually pretty quiet.
They were great. And, but that was a lot of alcohol around, you know.
An image amp. That's image.
I was expecting the worst.
Half the battle.
Wexler's kind of jam. Wexler's kind of people.
Wexler's kind of
Yes,
people.
Yes.
Speaking of Wexler, check this out. Hold on. Let's see if I can make this happen.
It starts with a cowbell. That's
I just want to see him a little bit. could watch that forever. I don't know.
By the way, that was me singing.
I know. I didn't know that until I started playing it. I'm like, wait a minute.
I can tell you,
my harmonies in there.
I can tell you that was late. I mean, really late at night because I couldn't even get some of the notes out. Ah!
Oh my God, that was so great. No, but I get like a charge out of watching Wexler do his thing. And the funny thing is that for years I was annoyed by him doing his thing because it was so freaking loud. Right? I was like, God, dude, do you have to? But puts a camera on him. And it's like, I am here, and it's just fun for me to see him doing that stuff.
Hey, Ed, I'll tell you real quick, Wexler story. So this is the first time I ever met him. It was one of your jams. I can't remember which one. And I showed up because I was going to like sit in on drums, and I had my sticks. I told the story recently. I had my sticks and I was all excited. Like I'm going to go up and like play. And so Wexler walks in. I didn't know him, and everyone's like, the sea parted. Everyone's like, oh, Steve Wexler here. He's going to go ahead and start playing. So he gets behind the sets and he starts to do this. And I was like, maybe I'll play shakers. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna follow him. I mean, just let him do his thing. I mean, he was amazing, just an amazing drummer. Really, just a great guy.
Do you remember the time when Wexler was helping Henry to the kit at the Black Duck, and Henry's like, "Hey Wex, when's your birthday?" Wex is like, "November." Why? He goes, "I'm gonna buy you a set of brushes."
Oh man!
Henry always dished it right back to Wexler.
Yeah. That is really funny. He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's really fun. All right, you guys. I'd say maybe we're done for tonight.
All right. This was awesome.
Great lineup. What's that, Billy?
You're not going to play the thing for Renato?
No, you know what? I tried to figure it out. I set up a thing and player. I have to take that and make a video out of it. This system isn't really set up for playing an audio clip.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm sure there's some hack I could do, but I can't think of what it is right now. So
no. Whenever, when you get it right. I just want
next week I will make like a music video collage that goes along with it because it's really pretty awesome. Maybe you could send me some pictures of the guys who were playing. Who was playing in that clip, by the way? You remember?
That was Joe, Steve.
Exactly.
So we have Joe and Steve.
And
Dimma Fama and Fama Dimma.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That was Steve Feinchi and Al DeMarco. And everybody was going home. The gig was basically over. And you got to remember, this is Billy and a Showman in the size of a bar of even smaller than a duck.
Wow.
And they put everybody in there, and the people were playing. I dedicated the song to a girl who was visiting from England, who came from the other side of the dining room to say, oh, my God, this is in a bar? So we did the song because they were talking about doing it as we ended the night, and we talked about we don't want to do the original. It was Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love.
Yeah, that's a great tune.
Yeah, we didn't want to do the original arrangement. We wanted to do something different. So as we were talking about it, Al started hitting the keyboard, and him and Steve were staring at each other. So I walked up to the mic, and that's what came out of it. And we never did introduce it to the band, never rehearsed it, and that's the only time we ever played it. That's the reason I like it so much. It's just a one-time shot.
Awesome. Yeah, right. That's really cool. It's a great track, and so we're keeping everybody hanging here because, Billy and I know the track, and it's remarkably good. Like, whoever was playing there was phenomenal, and we'll play it next week for sure.
All right. Whenever you get it right, I just wanted her to hear it because she was so upset that she couldn't hear it.
That's cool. But I found this now. I'm going to play this for now. Hold on a second.
Nice, Bill. That was great.
Bill, you've done that before, haven't you?
Oh yeah, a couple of times. But see, the thing you got it that everybody didn't really catch there was, if you heard the first verse, it was the second verse. If you heard the second verse, it was the third verse, which was the end of the song, because I did like 8 shots of tequila before I went up on the stage.
Nobody knew the difference because they also did 8 shots of tequila.
yeah, I hope so. I hope that was the case.
Ed, what were you saying?
Called Liquid Courage.
Ed, what were you saying to the drummer there? Oh, who was that? Was that John? I couldn't tell who the drummer was.
I think it was John Penny. And,
yeah.
And John Penny was very I want to play now, right? And those guys were like, Bill, I can't remember whether it was Ray Simonelli or Bill Gagan.
Ray.
I think it's
Ray.
Ray. It was Ray, who was like, you have to promise me no one will play with us. We'll have to go and shoot them down, you know? So I was going up there and I'm like, dude, I'm so really sorry. And he's like, well, I'm just tapping along. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. They just want to be that way. Ray was like, Ray is the most easygoing guy in the music business. But once in a while, he's like, I got to put my foot down. And the Schumann was not a jam band. The Schumann was a rehearsed act, you know?
And that's the thing. The thing with Ray was, if it's a rehearsed piece, then he really only wants to do what was worked.
You got it.
Just everybody can sit in and do everything else, but if he's rehearsed it and he's put it down, he doesn't want anybody to change what he's put down.
Well, also, there are no drums in that song, I don't think, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so, right? I think it's just pure, yeah. So the beauty of that song, obviously, Gordon Lightfoot's voice, but the guitar playing is gorgeous. And you're going to hit a ride cymbal along with that? I mean, what are you adding to the equation? Yeah. So I get that. Good call on Ray's part. It's really
it parts of the string section.
Jim McGrath was there. Flute makes the whole song. Jim McGrath plays beautiful flute in that song.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I got one more for you. I got to do it. I just got to do it.
Hey, this is great stuff.
All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh yeah.
I've seen these guys.
Oh yeah.
You played with these guys.
There's too many of you crying. And brother,
Yeah. Best one yet.
Oh yeah. No, we finally got to keep her.
That was
Marvin
good.
Gaye. Marvin Gaye and his father shot him for it. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Can you believe that? Oh my God.
Yes.
What was that? What was that last part? Did I miss
Arnold,
that?
It didn't
I
sound
missed
good
that.
to me.
Well, Marvin Gaye's father shot him.
Oh,
Yeah, but not because of that song.
Yeah, because of that song. My God.
That was an Eddie Murphy
I hated.
joke. Eddie
Oh,
Murphy said that.
oh, is that what he tried? I didn't catch
Eddie
that. Sorry about that, Billy. Yeah, tragic, but a great song. Randy, you guys hit it out of the park on that. Awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was
Thank
cool.
you. It was
Really good.
It was,
Really good.
what's that? Bill?
I remember saying, Randy, I didn't realize Paul played drums or percussion as well as he did. You know, you've got to be one proud papa. Sir,
Absolutely. As you know, it's the Stones. You can book the Stones very cheap. Cheaper than
Yeah, the contract says all of the members of the Stones will
That's
be
right.
there, guaranteed, or your
You don't
money
have to worry
back.
about security. We'll provide security. Don't worry about it.
So real quick story. So it's not necessarily about the Stones, but it's about booking acts cheap. So there's and I won't mention names because I just want to.
Oh, do tell.
No, I won't. But we're I'm involved with a charity, and we're doing an online event, and we're gonna book a live act, and the live act is really well known. Wants $5,000.
Foreigner.
No. They want $5,000 to do an online sort of thing. And so they were like, and I'm like, I actually chair this committee, and it's kind of a long story, but at the end of the day, they asked what do you think? I'm like, $5,000. Ask them. No one's working. No one's booking acts. I mean, what are you kidding me? Like, we throw them $1,000. They're like, give us a high five. Like, are you kidding me? $5,000? Like, and the reality is that you could probably book most acts pretty cheaply at these days for sure, right? I mean, am I speaking out of turn here in terms of that? Like, are you kidding me? $5,000.
It is Billy Joel after all. I mean, you know.
I was going to say blink twice if it's Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent. Exactly.
No, it's not. It's no one of that not prominent, but certainly well known enough where I just the thought of someone wanting $5,000. And by the way, this guy does an online show where he essentially has a tip jar. So I'm like, yeah, okay, why don't we just throw him $1,000 or $2,000? And now look, I'm not trying to. This sounds horrible. Like, I'm not trying to devalue that person's worth, of course, but just the reality is that nobody's working.
Just tell them you're going to play all their YouTube videos in a row and send them nothing.
Yeah.
They can talk to ASCAP BMI about it.
Right, exactly.
No,
Anyway.
I think your point's well taken that in these COVID days, who's commanding full book?
You can get the Stones for $5,000. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Well, no, I don't mean Randy and his family. I mean the Rolling Stones. But Randy and his family.
Play in a parking lot. You can get them
We'll
to
give
play
you
in a parking
$4,000.
lot.
I'm telling you.
You can get me for $20 for an extra $5. You don't know what I'll do. You know, I've said enough.
2 shots of tequila. I'll do anything twice.
Exactly.
We've just planned the next Woodstock here. Here we go.
Exactly. Oh my God! All right, you guys, really super good to see you.
Great.
Great job. Yeah, have a good night. Jam Show, Jam TV, number 15. Super good to see you all.
Thank
Nice
you.
job.
Good night.
Take care, guys.
All right, Jam TV show 15. Really, really good to see everybody tonight. It was a lot of fun. We had some new bits and gags, and it was nice to see Sky on the air as well. That was an interesting flub. It was nice to see Sky on the air. It was nice to see everybody. And we'll see you next week on Jam TV. Thanks.